India is rich, but Indians are poor. It is time to change that. Every Indian has a share of rupees 50 lakhs in the public wealth of India. It is time for Dhan vapasi, to return 1 lakh rupees to every family in the country. This is a bold idea. Let me explain to you what the public wealth is, why you should get it back, and how we can make this happen. You must be wondering who I am and why I'm telling you all this. I'm not a politician. I'm a problem solver. My name is Rajesh Jain. I've been a technology entrepreneur for the past 25 years. I've solved problems for millions of customers in the area of technology. In the late 1990s, I set up India's first internet portals and bridged the information gap for Indians worldwide. Some of you may remember those portals, very famous at that time: samachar.com, khel.com, khoj.com, bawarchi.com. It was in 2008 that my life took a new direction, a nai disha. And it was because of a question a friend of mine asked me. He said, Rajesh, you have a 3-year-old son. When he grows up and he asks you, Papa, you saw all that was wrong that was happening in India. You saw the problems, the poverty, the corruption, the unemployment. Why didn't you do something about it? You had the time, you had the money. Why didn't you do something about it? What will you answer him then? That question changed my life. My first approach was to see how politics can help transform India. In 2009, I helped co-found Friends of BJP to play a role in the 2009 elections. In 2011, I wrote a public blog post which talked about how the BJP could get a majority on its own in the next elections. I was on the team that helped draft the BJP's Vision 2025 document. In 2012, I decided I needed to do much more. Using my own funds, I set up a 100% team to help Narendra Modi with his campaign for the next elections. And of course, we all know what happened in the 2014 elections. The BJP got a majority and Narendra Modi became India's Prime Minister. Later, I realized that it's not just about the rulers. If we want different outcomes in the country, we also need to look at changing the rules. And the rules in India were staying the same. And therefore, the Hamesha problems of poverty, unemployment, and corruption were not going away. For 71 years, across 20 governments, for 3 generations, these problems have stayed with us. If we had to solve these problems, India needed a nai disha. It was from this thinking that the idea of Dhan vapasi was born. So back to our questions. Where is our Dhan? Where is the public wealth of India? This wealth is locked up in public lands, in minerals, and the public sector corporations of this country. Together, we are shareholders of this public wealth of India. And do you know how much this is? 1,500 lakh crores. 15 followed by 14 zeros. That comes to 50 lakh rupees for every family in this country. Yes, India is rich. But do you even know how poor Indians are? The average family in this country earns just 1 lakh rupees a year, and their savings will be very, very small out of that. And that is why we need Dhan vapasi. That is why we need to return the wealth of the people back to them. India is rich, Indians are not. It's time to change that. This wealth is under the control of the politicians and the bureaucrats. They have stolen this wealth from the people of this country, just like the British rulers did before them. Look at the lives the politicians and bureaucrats lead. Their luxury homes, how they travel in comfort. Look at the security around them, all of it paid by our taxes. The chowkidars of our country have become the zamindars. It is time to stop this theft. It is time to demand our money back. Getting this money back means we can decide how we choose to spend it on our family. When we spend the money, it becomes income for sellers. When we spend it on food, it becomes income for farmers. When we spend it on other products and services, it helps drive employment and creates new jobs in the country. And when we remove discretion on who should get this wealth back, it will eliminate corruption in this country. Dhan vapasi is that practical solution which can forever eliminate the triple evils of poverty, of unemployment and corruption. Dhan vapasi can spark off a universal prosperity revolution in India, which can fulfill the dreams that the makers of our constitution had for every citizen in this country of freedom, equality and prosperity. Dhan vapasi is the right of every Indian. So how can we get our wealth back? How do we make Dhan vapasi happen? The politicians and bureaucrats, they are not about to return our wealth. In fact, they have not even told us about this money that we have. How can we expect that from them? They continue to steal from us. Every day, every week, every month, every year. This is what we have to stop. And to make Dhan vapasi happen, we need another freedom movement to free our wealth from the politicians and bureaucrats of this country. The first step in this is to show the strength of our numbers. Only when we are many and we are together can we make Dhan vapasi happen. Only the power of our voice and our vote will make the politicians and bureaucrats act. To show our numbers, we have created a petition for you to sign at dhanvapasi.com. This petition urges Parliament to return 1 lakh rupees to every Indian family every year. The Dhan vapasi bill is being prepared by our team. We will send it to every member of Parliament so that they can read it, discuss it, debate it and pass it in Parliament. But they will not do this until they hear our loud voice and our united vote. Prosperity is the birthright of every Indian, and we must have it. A few years from now, when one of your near and dear ones comes to you and asks, what did you do to transform India? What did you do for our India? You can look them in the eye and say, I signed the Dhan vapasi petition. I made Dhan vapasi happen. I made us rich. I made every Indian rich. Friends, it's time to act. It's our turn now. I urge you to sign the petition at dhanvapasi.com and get your family and friends to do it. Let's act today for a better tomorrow. Jai Hind.